and welcome. I am Civilian, and this is Sunless Sea, and I've been doing a little bit of thinking between episodes. We have nearly got enough echoes to get the ship that we want to get, which is the Pandora. No, not the Pandora. We have a Pandora. What I would like is this Corvette. As you can see, we have not got quite enough money for the Corvette, and we haven't got anything to sell to get enough money for the Actually. Oh, new recruit. I didn't even notice that. Let's see. An adventurous is a gunnery officer. I could just increase our crew by 1 for cheap. Well, I don't know why I wouldn't engage this officer. There doesn't seem to be any negative consequence to having a lot of officers. So, yeah, I guess we'll get the oh, no, that's our townhouse at London. New recruit. And yeah, I don't see why I wouldn't get this adventurous. Let's see. Perfect. We've got an adventurous. We're going on an adventure, so that seems completely reasonable. So yeah, now we definitely don't have enough money. I was thinking if we sold some secrets or something, but I guess that's not happening. So we can make a tiny bit of money if we took mushroom wine up north, but we don't really have space. I think we do go on that eastern expedition, but what we do is we get some upgrades before we go. Yes. Yeah, so what slots do we have? We've got an auxiliary slot, we've already got a deck weapon, and we've got nothing in the bridge. We could upgrade our engines, but actually, upgrading our engines wouldn't be terrible. They do use more fuel, but as a trade-off, we would go a lot faster. And going faster would not be the worst thing. Our current engine power is 800. We could nearly double it for 1,000. Do you know what? I think we're going to do that. We'll sell this old engine. We will buy a new engine. We will equip our engine, because having engines equipped sounds like a good idea. And then we've also got an auxiliary slot. There might be some kind of auxiliary gun we can get. Can we get an auxiliary gun? I don't believe so. We could get a better deck weapon than we currently have. This one is worth 200. It is called Reproach. Let's see what deck weapon we can get. This one does life damage plus 15, hull damage plus 15. What does our current weapon do? 12. That really doesn't seem that much better. Let's take a look at these. That costs torpedo components. I don't want to use things that cost torpedo components particularly. Just because I don't know, I don't want to. Discouragement. A severe disincentive to pursuit. Well, that's charming. Unfortunately, we don't even have an aft slot, so I don't think we can use that. But I very much appreciate the sentiment there. This gun is better than our gun, but is it that much better? Warm-up time is the same. The damage is only 3 more. I guess we'll do it. We're trying to equip ourselves for this expedition, so it makes sense that we do a general level up. Yeah, I guess this is it. This is us. This is us now. This is our look that we have. Yeah, I think that's a sensible thing to do, since we can't upgrade otherwise. Get some more supplies since we're filling up, capping out, and from here we shall head into the Z, and we're going to go on the Eastern Expedition. So let's run through this in our heads so that we know what we're doing. We are first heading here, because this is where the port that we wanted to get the Scintillac at is. So we'll probably go via Pigmo Island, uncover anything along here, and then hit this. And then we will head across to this Carnate area. We're looking for the Carnate proper, not the Khan's Shadow, so I assume the Carnate proper will be here. That would kind of make sense, because it's probably near the Khan's Shadow. And then we will head down here and look for the Chelenate. By heading south from the Empire of Hands, and we need to stop off at the Empire of Hands. Okay, plan. Expedition. Go. Lights. Into the darkness. Into the void. Wait. Let's fix our ship first, shall we? Oh, yeah, there we go. I'm glad that we remembered that. Otherwise, that would be an upsetting discovery out on the Z. And we should also use the repair feature, which I have never done, but I think I kind of get. I don't believe I've ever done it. I might have done it in one of my practice games. But anyway, one of my practice games. The one time I launched this game before I started recording. Whoa, that's an engine. Let's see. What was I doing? Oh yeah, we've got a nice new engine. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how we like that. What's a suppressor? Devours engine emissions. Ooh, our engine never explodes, and we are slightly sneakier. That's kind of cool, but I think we're good. So, actually, what I might pick up while I'm here is another Rattus Faber assistant, because I think that could just save us if we were in a bad situation. Now, to the dry dock, where we will call in our Admiralty favors to completely repair our hull, and now we will go. So yes, we didn't end up upgrading our ship, and we've ended up spending a considerable sum of money, which means that we might not even have enough money after this trip to upgrade our ship. But I think we've made the right decision, because I don't think we could make a trip like this as we are. Our engines are more powerful, but we are consuming a considerable sum more of fuel. How happy am I? I don't really remember the fuel consumption rate from before. I know that bigger engines consume more fuel, but I assume it's kind of proportional to how fast we're going. So it's not like we're losing like loads more fuel for the same distance covered. Is kind of what I'm assuming. I might be wrong though. In which case, sad times ahead. I'm gonna put our lights on when I need to. And the reason that I'm going to keep them... Normally I'd just take the Terror, but this is a long expedition, so Terror is going to be more of a problem on the longer expeditions. And I don't really want to let my Terror cap out too much. I guess I thought the crab cake... Ah, there we go. I was going to say, I thought crab cake here provided light, but apparently not. But no, it does. Only a little bit. To Pigmote Isle. Well, we will resolve another crisis. So if we can increase the civilization of Pigmote Isle... that would be good, because then they will fix our ship up for cheap. And it's not that far from London, but it's far enough from London that that could be a convenient thing for us. As things stand, it's kind of expensive. We haven't got a ton of sailors aboard, or sailors even, aboard. Aha, something awaits us. Perfect timing. Let's help them resolve a dilemma. Let's have them burn the infected part of town this time. Which loses us a spirit but gains us a might. But did not gain any civilization, which is quite disappointing. So we will head kind of this way. At great speed. I can't... Does this feel faster? I kind of can't remember if this is faster. I assume that we're going faster as a result of our snazzier engines. But it doesn't really... I don't really feel it strongly. It's faster. But it's not like twice as fast when we've nearly doubled our engine power, you know? And it seems to be using about twice as much fuel, I would guess. So that was perhaps not the greatest decision. Let's see. Demo's Gate. We are not going that way. We're going kind of south-ish to discover whatever is here. Ah, because there is something here. It may not be something we can dock at. The salty hinterlands of London. And the bat tells me it is this way. Thanks, bat! It never tells me about anything until I can already see it, this bat. The Shepherd Isles. I believe... Did I go here in the first run? Don't really know. There's a little croft here, which we unfortunately can't dock with. I'll turn off the lights. This is a pretty safe area, lights-wise. We've even picked the right side and everything for... Oh, a vast eye, and it knows me, and I cannot evade its gaze. Great! I love it. I love nightmares. We've got so many nightmares. Please, why? Why have I not turned off my Discord before I started recording? Oh, we could get a sigil-ridden navigator. Oh, might get that. Okay, let's get port report. Then let's grab the navigator. Sure. I just like collecting officers at this point. Tell me about Thornwell Croft, that place to the north. Ploughed through the bridge and kept on going. Hull of shining brass, lamps like stars, the ship of lights. Okay. Well, we've been here now. That's frankly terrifying. I'm going to buy one more fuel because I'm a little nervous about how fast we are burning fuel with this new engine. That might just be me being touchy, but we'll see. Lights, onwards, camera, action. East. So yeah, we'll go straight east. Will we go? Just leave us alone. Just leave me alone, strange ship. We're going to go this way. We're going this way, away from the strange ship. Again, that looks like a crap tier pirate ship. We should be able to beat it, but I am concerned. Actually, can we get more veils? Give me your veils. So many veils. But I am concerned that we will take damage, and I would just like to get as far as is possible before taking damage, just because, yes, it's hard to repair out here. I mean, we have some means of repairing, but not massive means of repairing, you know. Hold on. My bat says Station 3 is some way to the south. We're making a diversion. A dramatic diversion south. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Firstly, there's a little house there, and that's cool. I don't know what's up with that. But our little Z-bat told me that Station 3 is this way. Port Cecil is some distance to the east. Perfect. Oh, we were looking for that. Cool. So we'll go ahead and visit Station 3, because we've got a box for you, Station 3. Depot A! That's where the box goes. I've been carrying this box around for 3 generations of this legacy. We finally found it. Station 3, I have a long box for you. Wait, let's train our teleport on school. Let's survey it. Caution. We have a box. Put it in the unimposing but sturdy looking triple lock gate silvery metal of the... wait... I don't think that quite passes correctly, but maybe that's just me. We got delivery. We're going to make a delivery. It'll be fun getting up the stairs, no doubt. There's a great deal of grumbling from the crew. The stairs are sharp-edged and wet. The box is heavy and its contents inclined to shift. After a few slips and a bad bruise to the shin, you resort to placing crew members along the stairs and handing the box along. There is not a warehouse at the top of the stairs, but there is a warehouse even, but it is not apparently your destination. Another sign along the narrow path points along the narrow path towards the building with the spire. Deliveries, it says, more aggressively this time. Someone in the spired building is singing. The song sets your teeth on edge. Right. Well, let's carry the box onto the building with the spire. Right. A grudging reward. The path is slippery and lined with mushrooms. You and your crew have to stop 7 or 8 times to set down the boxes and blow on your hands. The closer you get, the less the building with the spire looks like a church. The walls are soot-blackened and made of brick. There are no windows, only narrow vents up near the roof. From these, a low singing can be heard, a song so cheerful that your crew look at one another and frown. It is the song of someone keeping the monsters at bay. At last, you are close enough to bang on the door. An austere acolyte answers it. She is dressed in black from head to foot. Her gloves are thick leather and her goggles are double glass. Leave the boxes at the door, she says to you, and then she turns back towards the building, singing her song. Something about candied kittens and flaming violets and the coming of spring. Judging by the rhyme, she's inventing the words as she goes along. You stop her and explain that you expect your extra work to be rewarded. She makes a grudging gesture, but complies. We've got 5 of the acolyte's favour and 100 fragments. The austere acolyte directs the arrangement of the long box in the room under the steeple. There are many other boxes there already, stacked in rows, 3 or 4 times as many as you have brought. In another corner of the room is a pile of wood from previous boxes already emptied and dismantled. Singing to herself about a mountain upholstered in velvet, she takes a crowbar to the box. The corpse inside is permanently dead, in a way that the dead of London often are not. Not a drowning, not a tomb colonist, but not coming back either. It looks pale and ordinary, except for the slight distension of the skin over the breastbone. Gently, the acolyte presses there and nods, singing about tulips embroidered with yellow floss. She lifts the body onto a marble slab. Without a pause in her lyrics, she prepares a scalpel. Your presence does not seem to bother her. Let's watch. We could watch with medical interest. Let's risk it. Let's watch with medical interest. Excellent precision. The austere acolyte makes an incision over the distended place on the body, laying bare a heart-sized sphere of silver metal. It has grown there apparently over many years because the ribs of the corpse have curved around it without cracking. She has to break 2 of the ribs now to take out the ball. Behind it, the heart is intact but bloodless, its colour a milky grey. She notices you watching and halts her song just long enough to say, They do not always grow in the same place, but over the heart is the most common. With a giant nutcracker, she cracks the sphere, and another sphere inside that, and another. Finally, in the center, she comes to something heavy, small, and black. She lifts it out with tongs and looks at it through her goggles. The song falters, but she manages to keep humming, though the words are lost. She puts the black and heavy thing into a jar, marked with the word of correspondence. She closes the jar and seals it with red wax. Finally, when the corpse is removed again and the marble slab wiped clean, she comes to pay you. Though she doesn't offer any further comment, she seems pleased by your careful attention during the autopsy and almost smiles when she makes her payment. A pleasure, she says. Return another day. I may have something else for you. We've gained a secret. We've gained some favour with the acolyte. We've lost our long box. That's okay. Well, errands? Are there any errands we can do? We've got something awaits us. So, we could try and guard the yard. We could also... Could we ask questions? Well, I think maybe first... Let's guard the... Oh, wait, inside the little gate. So we can exchange long boxes here. Let's guard the yard. And succeed! Way! We've gained some more of the acolyte's favour. Scavengers of dark matter. They move stealthily in the dark. They haven't noticed you yet. We will challenge them immediately. They panic and scramble back into the boat. Aha! We have succeeded and gained supplies. Delightful. We can't ask questions now. I guess we could only maybe do that before. Oh well, we'll come back. We'll come back with questions. I have so many questions about this place. But let's head east. Questions aside, well then. We've discovered what the long boxes are for, but we haven't really learned anything somehow. Well, we've learned some things. We've learned that the boxes have corpses in, and then the corpses have like Russian dolls, but with metal spheres, and then inside that is a black metal. I'm not sure what use this information is, but at least we know because we spawn with a box every single time we play this. So I guess we know for next time. I'm not really sure where to get boxes though. I would very much like to not be chased by this shark. Very, very much. Very much. We're in the Principles of Coral. Yes, Port Cecil is this way. Where do I dock? The other side? I'm gonna guess the other side to the side that I'm on, because that's just really what we... Actually, that's probably not what we do, but... Oh no, I am going around the wrong way. Oh well. We'll just pretend it's so that we're scouting for fragments. Yeah, that's all we're doing. Wreck of the Emperor Wolfgang. Well, that's exciting. Can we loot it? I assume not. We can't really just make port anywhere. We need a special port place to make port. Swinging around, and here we go. There's a lot of spikes under the water here. A little bit nervous. But it's okay, because we're on the surface of the water. Oh, there's an eel. Okay, I think we've actually seen that eel before. Let's dock. And rumpled convolutions of coral fill the water, glimmering with silvery light. The harder you look, the more you see shapes amid the chaos. Almost as if they were sculpted. This one could be a crenellated castle. That one, a horse's head. A neat little port huddles into the side of a coral island. Prosaic imperial docks and houses tucked away in a baroque organic chaos. In that curious silvery light among the frozen chaos of coral, the scene has the unreal air of a pencil sketch, crumpled and discarded. Okay. Chess. Right. We could explore. Let's grab a port report real quick and see what else we can do. So we could gather. Ooh, we need to gather this stuff. Yeah, we'll try and gather the... We have one, an Atera. Okay, well I wanted to gather it. Right, let's read this. It's against local law and custom to break coral from the reef, and you've seen the scars of those who've tried. The acid burns, the blind silver eyes. So you're looking for loose fragments. Today the sea is calm and you find a good few candidates. They lie shining softly like droplets of moon. But after a little while you become concerned that their eyes, that each is watching you. When you close your fist around one, it examines your blood with amused delight. When you put them together in your pocket, They clatter and gossip together. Of course, you think, they broke from the shining mind. They have its vitality, but not its weariness or experience. You will have to lock them in separate boxes, lest they peep at you when you're bathing and see who you are. The thought of their sight on your skin fills you with horror. What if your skin turned clear? What if they saw your bones? You come back to yourself when you see one of your sailors fall on his back and start kicking delightedly in the air like a beetle. Gravity, he cries, I have fallen! You hasten back to the ship with your haul of coral before it can do any further damage. How much hold space do we have? We need 8. Well, let's play chess. You don't know how long you've been playing. You want a match? Another. The rough coral tips of the chess pieces are smeared with blood. Yours, your opponent's. But you have begun to realize that your moves recapitulate the movements of the powers of the Neath, the flukes and their shapelings, the bazaar that lurks in London. Mount Nomad that prowls the sea. Salt, stone, storm. With every move you make, the shape of it becomes clearer in your mind, sharper. Checkmate, you say. One more game? Your first officer is tugging at your arm. Ignore them. You have chess to play. I do. I gained a pages, which is very nice. Let's play more chess. Win enough games and something else will occur. Okay, I like getting secrets. We won! Ooh, odd thoughts bubble up each time you touch a chess piece. This one longs for home. That one has a secret desire for revenge against the slayer of its rank mate. This will be a queen one day. Those would do better as metal. You taste the metal. You ignore these thoughts and move methodically to a victory over your opponent. He blinks. Checkmate, he asks helplessly. Developments. The coral is changing. I just came here because I wanted the intellect. We'll try again. A distraction. Oh no. We lost. It's time for us to leave. Get back to the ship until the waking dream of the coral clears. Okay. Catch you on the way back later. Poor Cecil. We'll fill up. We needed this intellect. We need like 7. But we'll keep heading east to the melting isles and then we'll head north. Because we need to go through the Carnate. We need to find the Carnate proper. And so, you know, interesting things are happening here with the whole chess thing. Interesting things, but, you know, I'm going to... When the game says scary things, please leave, we're going to do that. We're also going to massively increase our veils. Yes. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. I'm feeling thoroughly veiled. Absolutely. Okay. Onwards. Onwards. Upwards. Not really upwards. Mostly just... That's the sound we make when we see a thing that we don't want to fight. Again, it's like I could probably take it in a fight. I just don't want to have to take the damage. I don't want to have to deal with it. It takes a long time to fight things, and the time it takes costs you supplies. I just don't really think it's the way to go. We'll visit the Melting Isles since we're in the... let's just go to Khan's Shadow. Yeah, it'll be slightly faster, and I don't think the port report is worth it. So we're going to head straight to Khan's Shadow. And because of the way we're going to go, I'm sure we'll swing by the... whatever that place to the south is called, I've already forgotten. I'm sure we'll swing by it on the way back. Here we are, Khan's Shadow. Okay, I don't particularly need anything in Khan's Shadow, so we'll stop by, we'll see what's there, we'll pick up a port report. Something awaits us in port anyway. And lights off, and cruising on in, Khan's Shadow. Aha! Oh yeah, we needed to go here for the... Okay, let's take honey with the... Oh, we've got the... Good thing we brought that firkin of honey, because we can take honey with a once great poet. Wait, let's get a port report first. And now... Honey with a once great poet. Sit, we will take a spoonful each, you and I will show you the way. Dipping the spoon into the honey, he shovels a blob of it into his mouth. You too, quickly. We'll share a dream together. You dreamed. Amber light pushed between the branches of bare white trees. Sand crunched underfoot. No, not sand. It was too white, too mealy. Bones as brittle as summer bracken jutted from the earth. The air smelled like a mausoleum. I'm pretty sure I'm addicted to this in Fallen London, this honey. We will follow the once great poet. A journey. As you crossed a dusty stream, a flock of birds waddled from the water. Their necks were as sinuous as swans, but their bodies were as fat and flippant as a penguin. They clattered their long, narrow beaks at you. These are the edges of the wood, the poet explained. We will keep to them. The things in its heart are older and never learned to fear us. The amber sun never set on your journey, though you grew tired and rested and travelled again. At last a black cliff rose. At the foot of the cliff was a cave, and before the cave a fire burned. Its flames were white and wan. The poet hurried forward to join the people that sat around it. Okay, who shall we speak to? Let's see. These will end my dreams and return me to the Z. So let's start by speaking to a love-struck princess. She would not tell you her name or where she was from or why she was there. What's done is done, make do. Let's speak to a smiling young man. Let's see. Times change, eh? There's no going back, of course, but there's sometimes new beginnings. Let's speak to a promising poet. He shook my hand and inquired politely about my affairs. Soon, though, he fell back into conversation with his once great companion, and you were forgotten. I left them involved in a lofty argument. We will speak to a distracted composer. I must ask you to forgive me. I'm almost finished with the aria. In the meantime, I make poor company and get little sleep. But every dream has its price, doesn't it? Okay, so 2 options. Restore the cheery man, or cut down the white sapling and fashion a cane. Let's ask to restore the We were sent to us, but I really want to... Now we're going to cut down the white sapling. Oh, and it worked. The simplest solution. The smiling young man lent you his knife. The sapling's wood was white from bark to core. You sat by the fire and carved, cutting a shaft and a handle. You sanded it smooth with handfuls of the chalky dust that carpeted the forest. When you stood to leave, your guide did not. I meant to stay a while. You can find your own way back. You left him in the company of the promising poet, laughing over a poor rhyme. You awake in his lodgings, your hands empty, no cane, but the image of it is clear in your mind, and you know a shop in London where you might buy one just like it. I don't think they're going to be happy with this. I thought we had an element of dawn. Maybe I used it on something. Well. Wait, shops? Gonna buy a couple of things. There we go. Just keeping ourselves supplied. I could buy outlandish artifacts, which is interesting. If I got up to 10, which I can't afford, but if I did, then I could do stuff with that. Anyway, let's not do that for now. That's a useful thing for later if I'm trying to, like, if I end up with a ton of money, which frankly seems unlikely, there's so much that I can spend it on. But if I did end up with a ton of money, then I would be able to buy a load of those weird things, and then I've already forgotten what they're called, and then turn them into heirlooms, I believe, and then I think heirlooms are like a legacy thing that carry over to your next character. Anyway, Khan's Gate. Can I go through the gate? Okay, I'm glad. I was kind of worried that I was going to bounce off that, and it was going to be like, no. No. We're in the Khanate proper. Much better than Khan's Shadow, this. Kind of, I don't know how I missed this last time. This is quite extensive. Regardless, we're getting plenty of fragments for our discoveries, so that's really rather nice. Now, I wouldn't mind increasing our mirrors a little bit, but I don't know who will increase our mirrors. I would like to tell her about me to get further back. Mirrors! Perfect. Khan's Heart. Cool. So, we could seek a commercial license. I think first things first. Let's see. Ludicrous prices. Pay a storyteller. Find our contact. Let's get a port report first. Cool. And then we will find our contact. Modest challenge, which we failed. Well, our contact got murdered, and now everyone's suspicious of us. So that's nice. Let's seek a commercial license now that everyone's... Oh. Oh no, we need to go to the nearby palaces of the nobility. Well. Let's get some crew. We've gained a crew. I mean, that's not great, but... Let's pay a storyteller. The Temptations of Parabola. Where London now stands, the capital of the Khanate once stood after its own disappearance from the surface. After the clean sky and wide earth, they went half mad in the close night under the earth. They found serpent things in mirrors that promised them diversion, escape, new horizons. In time, the mirror serpents became masters, not servants, and the last true Khan led the last of his people to the Salt Steppes, to a black rock where he founded this city. How he built it is a tale for another day. Let's see. The loyalty service is suspicious of foreigners. Everything I do here is suspicious. Quite frankly. Well, we've got something awaits us, I believe. Can we... Let's wander. Losing some terror. Yeah. Well... this is frankly a very unfriendly place, and we couldn't do this, but we needed to go to Khan's Glory, the nearby palaces of the nobility. What were we supposed to do here? Oh, we were supposed to get a port report, but we failed, and the person was murdered. We failed with Vale's 80, so that was really quite an intense challenge. Now we shall head to the Empire of Hands. But actually, will we head to the Empire of Hands? Yes, we will head to the Empire of Hands, and that is where we will end it for today. Actually, no. We're going to end it here for today. I have been Civilian. This has been Sunless Sea. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.